Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Very good evening.
Hello, good evening, Shefali. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm doing well as well, and it's so good to see you. We have chatted on messages actually a few days back and then planned this call. So it feels so great to meet you now. And I've been watching your videos for quite some time. I have watched a few videos of yours actually, and that's quite impressive, I must say.
Oh, thank you
The way
so
you
much.
present yourself.
It means a lot to me if you say so.
Mhm.
Yeah. So first, I'm quite excited to know about you. By the way, I have watched your videos as well, and I know a lot of things about you. But please, still do introduce yourself. Yeah.
Sure. So I'm Sunita and I come from a beautiful state, Uttarakhand. It is called Land of Gods as well. And I am a mom from the mountains, you can say, because I hail from Uttarakhand. So yes, I call myself a mom from the mountains. I
Hmm.
have two kids and two YouTube channels as well. So I'm a content creator in some way. My first channel is Sunita's English Adventure, where I create vlogs in English, conversational videos, and some informative reels. The other one is Dear Listeners, where I create RG style podcast. So yes, and I teach spoken English to beginners and intermediates. So that's pretty much about me.
Wow, glad to know about you. Can you make a guess what's my birthplace is? What my birthplace?
I am,
Yeah,
uh-huh. Are you also from Uttarakhand?
exactly. I am from Uttarakhand.
Lovely.
Yes, I'm
So we
from
are already sisters.
yes, we are.
All right. All right.
So I'm from
That's a nice
Dehradun.
place.
Hmm.
Hmm. You were born there?
Yes, it's my birthplace. But I
Okay.
guess your place
Nice,
is
nice.
really beautiful.
Hmm.
Chamoli, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I'm from Chamoli. It's
Uh,
beautiful, but these days a bit risky
yes,
during
it is.
monsoon.
Oh, actually, it is
Yes.
happening. I have been hearing,
Hmm.
nearby me, floods, landslides.
Hmm.
It is happening. Even I'm
Hmm.
standing, wherever I'm going to the terrace, I'm seeing actually what's
Hmm.
happening. So it's quite
Hmm.
visible from here.
Okay, nearby Dehradun as well.
Yes, here as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I think this is the condition of whole Uttarakhand and Himachal and nearby regions, you can say,
Yes.
right? So especially during monsoon, we have to suffer a lot.
Yes, it's like if we have to appreciate beauty at the same time, these things will also come into the picture, which we have to face.
True that, true that. So we can say that every coin has two sides. So yes, where there is beauty, there is natural disaster as well, you know.
Yeah. Actually, earlier, I don't know why I was not giving any credit to my place. Whenever I used to tell people
Hmm.
I'm from Uttarakhand, I used to hear nice compliments. Wow, you're from Uttarakhand, and I thought, what's wow here? And then I literally,
Hmm.
paid closer attention. Oh, my place is beautiful, actually. As we say, grass is always greener on the other side. So that's the thing,
True.
right?
Like we always take our place for granted because we have become habitual to see, the things around. But
Hmm.
when people come from outside, they find all these things very fascinating, like the lush green forest and the serenity here. They
Yeah.
find it very fascinating and intriguing. But for us, it's a usual thing. So that's why we don't appreciate it much. But yes, when people make us realize that it's really beautiful and mesmerizing, then you can take a pause and look around and you can appreciate it too, right?
Yeah. Recently, I guess couple of days back, I've started watching your videos, and you won't believe. The first thing is I really liked about you is, this world is quite filtered nowadays. We can say world is filtered. It's not real. Okay, no one is transparent. No one wants to show reality. So this is what I have noticed in you. You're quite transparent. So you are just showing whatever it is. You're not just trying to change
Mhm.
it. So I really liked that unfiltered nature of yours. Seriously. You were
Mhm.
just showing everything. See, this is my family. That's how I live. And I'm proud of whatever I'm doing. It was really great.
Mhm.
And one more thing I want to tell you, which I guess you aren't aware of. Um, I have a list of people and I just love to listen them. Why? Because their voice, their way of speaking is kind of, soothing to my ears. And what I did is, by the way, there are not a lot of people in that list. I have added your name there. The reason is I'm a secret admirer of you.
Okay.
Yes,
That means a lot.
you may not know
Thank you
that,
so
but
much.
I am a secret
Uh-huh.
admirer of you. Yes.
Wow. Thank you
Now,
so much for this.
welcome.
You've raised the bar for me,
Okay,
right?
now I am quite curious to know one thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
First thing is this, I have noticed your schedule is literally very packed. You have a
Mm-hmm.
lot on your plate. You have children, you have family, you have household chores. Now I'm wondering, how are you even getting time to learn English and how you have reached at this level?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Whereas a lot of people are just, making a lot of excuses. You tell. I am quite curious. When have you started your journey first? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And this is frequently asked question to me, right? So
Okay.
I'll come to this later, but before this, I want to go back and want to talk about the things that you have mentioned that I'm so unfiltered. I don't put any filter to whatever I show, right?
Yeah.
And that's because I'm no more insecure about showing myself, actually. And the credit goes to internet only because I've seen many influencers showing themselves on the internet unfiltered, with no makeup, and if even if they have face with pimples, or even they have dark complexion, because people are insecure about all these
Yes.
things, but
Yeah.
they are no more insecure. So
Mm.
that actually I got that influence from there, that you can
Mhm.
be just yourself
Oh.
without any insecurities,
Mm.
right? Don't bother about people's judgment. So
Yeah.
that this is how I do it. So I'm no more insecure. I show what it is, right? No filters. Even if my house is messy, then also I'll show it, and I'll just talk about it. My house is messy for so and so reason, right?
Yes.
And when
Seriously.
you have kids around, it's
Uh-huh.
so obvious,
Mhm.
right?
It is.
Your house cannot be spick and span around kids.
Mm.
So
Right.
that's so natural. You have to accept this fact. Sometimes people, what do they do? Before recording any kind of video, they would tidy up the room,
Yeah.
right? Because they want to look perfect on camera. But that's definitely not required. So
Yes.
maybe from my video as well, people can get some kind of inspiration, some kind of influence, right? And they can also be comfortable being on internet, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
that's something I want to spread, right?
Mm. And you're
Okay.
so right. When we just try to show and focus on perfectionism, we just become a bit
Hmm.
conscious about everything, about
Hmm.
our face, about our hair, about our surroundings. But when you're not, focusing on this perfectionism at all, you're quite unfiltered. And that's
Hmm.
really, it looks so authentic. That's what
Hmm.
dragged me, or I can say I got inclined towards you when I just noticed this authenticity, this, natural, everything is just natural, unfiltered. I really liked it.
Hmm.
So you don't have
Hmm.
any doubt on Uttarakhand's beauty. Okay. This is what it is. Yeah.
Right, right.
Hmm.
And I would say, I was about to say something. I forgot. That was such an important point, but let it be. I forgot. So,
Uh-huh.
yes, let's come to your question. You asked me, how do I manage everything around kids and family, right?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I would like to say that it's definitely very tough being a homemaker and a mother and a content creator and a tutor, everything at once, right? So, what do I do when my kids go to school? That time, I have enough time, like you can say around 8 hours I have to myself. So,
Mhm.
that time I try to utilize by taking sessions or by planning any script for my videos, or I just try to utilize that time to my best. And like these days, they are definitely not going to school. They've been at home for days now because of the weather conditions. So it has become really very disastrous for me, like disaster outside and inside as well. So, yes.
Uh-huh.
So, what I do, I don't take much pressure actually. If
Mm.
I have one video to post tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'll be at my peace. I'll not rush for things. I'll
Mhm.
not ask for more and more, like.
Yeah.
So, peace is very important for me, peace of mind. So,
Mhm.
if I have something to post, if I have some plan for my classes,
Mhm.
or for what else I do? Well, I mean, for anything that I do, if I have some plans,
Uh-huh.
then I am, I can take that sigh of relief and I can slow down. So this is what I do. But when I have a lot of time in
Mhm.
front of me, I try to utilize that time. So I can make around 3 to 4 conversations in a day if I have good amount of time in front of me,
Mhm.
right? But if I don't have, so I can't cut corners when it comes to my kids. I
Mhm.
would spend my quality time with them and I would postpone other things
Mhm.
related to my work or maybe my WhatsApp or anything for that matter. So
Mhm.
this is how I do. So you have to set priority in your life, I would say.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't post any videos because I don't have any. So
Yeah.
that's okay. I'll post the next day. So I don't take that pressure actually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that I can see it's written all over your face, that you
Hmm.
don't take pressure at all. That's
Right.
really nice. I want to ask one more thing from you. As I can see, it's not just about speaking in your case, but there are multiple things. Okay. Fluency is there. I can see nice voice modulation you have, the way you maintain your pace. So, not the things which we just learn at, very beginner level, but the things which we actually, the flavor which we add at advanced level. I can see that intonation, enunciation, pronunciation, voice modulation, your pitch, everything is maintained. Now I'm wondering, are you working upon these things?
Not really, actually. But first of all, thank you so much for the compliment. I always forget to,
Welcome.
pay that gratitude when people compliment me. So thank you for that. But yes, it came naturally to me, I would say. I have never worked on pronunciation, intonation, or modulation. I've never worked upon all these things, but came to me naturally. And I think it came to me because I feel the language. Whatever I'm saying, I try to feel it. And it's not about mugging up things or cramming up things, but when I say something, I picture myself in that situation. Like, for example, if I am talking about rain, so I would picture that rain. If I'm saying that it's drizzling, so I would picture the drizzling moment, right? Okay, I don't become conscious. I simply speak in a flow, whatever comes to me spontaneously. So when you feel, you can't be conscious at the same time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's the thing. So either you can feel or you can become conscious,
yeah, you're so right.
right? So you
Oh,
have to leave this, you have to let go this consciousness or let go this fear of grammar mistakes. Then only you can feel the language.
you are so right. Actually, there is one thing I have been doing lately. I would like to share that, and that has something to do with the same thing which you have said last, being conscious. So, this is something earlier I used to suggest everyone not to be conscious while speaking. Once you get conscious, you will get in your head. And once you get in your head, game over. Now you will forget everything. But now,
Hmm.
what is happening? After practicing a lot, a lot, I know there's a room for improvement. What I do is I have been doing it for a couple of weeks, you can say. I'm trying to be bit conscious while speaking. Bit means 0.0001%. Bit conscious about what? Whatever I'm speaking, it's not that about judgment and all that what people will think, but I'm trying to be bit conscious about, am I framing correct sentences? And I'm doing it, but I guess somewhere it is working in my favor. As you have
Hmm.
said, and you are so right. What do you think? In your case, okay, you are at this level. I can see it's an advanced level. Okay, no doubt for that. By the way, you don't commit a lot of errors. I can see that when you're speaking. But what if you have to be work upon something? It can be taking pauses. It can be adding good vocabularies. How would you what would be your experience if you have to be a bit conscious about that thing? Will you be?
Hmm. Sometimes when I talk with tutors on English Yari or any platform for that matter, that time I certainly become conscious
Mhm.
because they are experts in front of me, right? So
Okay.
that time you certainly become conscious. But when I talk with someone so friendly, just like you, our vibes match.
Yeah,
So
vibes
I'm
match,
so
right?
comfortable,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Uh-huh.
so comfortable talking with you.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Mhm.
Depends. Who
Mhm.
are you talking to? And you automatically turn that conscious mode on, you know?
It happens, right? Yeah. But once we just make our mind understand that hey, see, nothing wrong is going to happen. Be calm, talk, even though there is a trainer right in front of you. If you just talk to us a bit, yeah, we become a bit calmer. But still, in the
Mhm.
back of our mind, that will be there that you're talking to a
Hmm.
tutor, right?
Right. And that's so natural
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
something we can't even help.
Yes, you are
But
right.
still you have to give yourself some positive affirmations to
Mhm.
lift up that confidence of yours, that
Uh-huh.
yes, you're good enough. Or it
Uh-huh.
also depends on the way you set the tone for the session, actually. If
Right.
it started really well with a
Mhm.
lot of energy or
Mhm.
enthusiasm or appreciation, you might feel good throughout the session. But if it starts with a bit, a bit, not so, I'm not getting the right word, but you don't feel good at the start of the session. So
Mhm.
you might not feel good throughout the session. So it
Yeah,
depends on how you set the tone
right.
for your session. So you
Mhm.
better come prepared, you know. You
Right.
can have a good start when you are prepared. So you can prepare the start and the ending and the mid thing that can be taken care of, right? So
Mhm.
for you to feel confident, that good start is really important.
Yeah, that is. Okay. As I can see, you are really good at it, but we always feel that this is the area where I'm lacking and I have to work upon it. What do you think? What's that in your case?
For me, I think I need to work upon my vocabulary a lot because sometimes I really get fascinated by listening to some people like Neha Rana, Himachali tutor.
Okay.
She's equipped with a lot of advanced vocabulary or not even I'm not fascinated much about advanced vocabulary, but I'm fascinated about creativity that people put in their language. So
Mm-hmm.
I also want to learn that, and I've learned a lot from her, actually. I
Yeah.
have learned from Rupal as well,
Oh.
right? I have learned from you too. Ferocious, I am a Ferocious reader. I've watched that in one of your reels.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
picked it up
Mauritian
from
avid
there.
reader. Yeah.
Ferocious, or is it
Avid
am I
reader.
pronouncing it right?
Yeah. Voracious and
Yes.
avid reader.
Right. So I've learned it from you.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I really get intrigued when I listen to these kind of words. So I want to learn those words, but I don't strive for it. I'm not putting much efforts.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I have to consciously use whatever I have in my bucket. At
Mm-hmm.
least I have to use that. And then I'll keep on adding over time. And it depends on how much you immerse yourself in the language.
Right.
So for in my case, I don't get much time to immerse myself completely in this language, but whatever little time I dedicate to conversations, I
Mm-hmm.
learn from those conversations. I
Oh.
learn vocabulary in context when I talk with someone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. So this is one thing that I want to work on, and I want to work on my pace as well. Sometimes I feel like when I become really excited or when I turn really nervous, that time my pace
Mm-hmm.
increases.
Okay.
It becomes fast. So I need to work upon that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think a lot about it, but I haven't started working on it yet.
Oh, wow, that's great. So these are the areas where you think still you have to improve. But seriously, when we just listen to you, it doesn't seem. It looks like everything is just perfect. Right. And
Yeah,
this is one thing.
that
Yeah,
happens, yes.
right.
But you feel like when you're talking, sometimes, I feel like when I'm talking, I feel like am I going too fast? Am I speaking a lot? Am I not giving chance to the other person? That
Yeah.
thoughts, these kind of thoughts cover your
Yeah.
mind. So somehow it affects your performance as well.
Yes. We are full of doubt, seriously. Doesn't matter how much we are learning.
Hmm.
But that's human tendency. By the way, this is something even I am quite conscious about nowadays. I'm trying to maintain my pace while speaking. So there are a couple of things which I have added as because it's really hard for you. First, you're speaking too fast, and suddenly you have to speak slow. It's hard. We can't just change it instantly. So there are a couple of things I am trying to add. First is taking pauses
Hmm.
while speaking. If I can take pauses, it will help me for sure with my pace. Second thing which I'm trying to do is stretching my words. I'm trying to stretch
Hmm.
words. I'm trying to add, as you can see, I'm saying I'm trying to stretch words. So when I'm saying stretch, I'm stretching this word, right?
You
And I'm
actually
trying,
did it.
I did it. And I'm trying to add a lot of voice modulation, ups and downs. Um, because again, it's hard for me to directly speak slow. But if I try to
Mm-hmm.
add these things, I believe somewhere my pace will be maintained.
Mm-hmm.
Because there needs to be
Right.
something. If you want to maintain your pace, it's not that suddenly you have to start speaking slow. No.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'm reminding myself, hey, you're going fast, please just maintain your pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. That
Right.
reminder is definitely crucial. Plus, I again forgot my point. I have so bad memory, I must say.
Oh, okay.
Let it be. Okay, please continue.
Why do you think we forget things? Because tell me, couple of
Uh-huh.
reasons. Why do we think when we speak we forget things?
In my case, it's because I don't know. People say that when you conceive kids or when you deliver kids, after that your memory fades. So for me, I think this is the case. It makes sense to me actually. Other than that, I don't like. I just thought about it, and the very next second I forgot. So what could be the reason?
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, when we say sometimes maybe we are not sleeping properly, this can be the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And second, when we are actually, I'm not saying too excited, but even if you are just excited, it happens. We forget things.
Mm-hmm.
Even I do the
Mm-hmm.
same. I forget things while speaking. And sometimes, even being really good at something is also problematic. Let's suppose you have a lot of interesting thoughts bombarding and you are just
Mm-hmm.
ready to deliver it, still you will forget because you have that.
Right, right.
Doesn't matter if
Uh-huh.
even if it is organized in your mind, you will forget because you have it in your
Yes.
mind. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's better to write that down in the chat box.
Yes.
We can write in the chat box if we have any points.
Now, as you've already said that there are some couple of gray areas on which I have to work upon, though it doesn't seem when you speak. What do you think? What are you good at when you speak? What are the things which you want to appreciate? Because we are very bad at, giving credit to ourselves. We don't give credit. We are always doubtful about us.
Hmm.
What credit would you give that, yeah, I think when I speak, this thing is good in me?
Hmm. Okay, so when I speak, I still have to think a lot. But
Yeah.
yes, I feel that I'm pretty good at making connections. Like whenever I meet someone for the very first time, I can make them feel comfortable talking to me, right? So this is the first thing that I really appreciate about myself. Second thing, I would say I am very creative when it comes to language or anything for that matter. I just add up my creativity to everything, right?
Mhm.
So that's the second thing. Third thing, I'm not scared of adding up creativity actually. Sometimes, what happens? People are really afraid of adding something on their own. I mean, the creativity that they have in them. So they're afraid. They want to present the language as it is. But I'm not afraid of doing that.
Mhm.
I put creativity into it, right?
Mhm.
And it sounds good. And third thing, I feel that as people were also appreciating that I sound good. I mean, my voice is good. So I have also started appreciating it.
Yes, actually, this is what I was quite confused about. Let me tell you one thing. Okay, we have 10 minutes left, right? Um, I really want to talk more. So, one thing, what I've noticed is the people who are from Uttarakhand, like it can be any place, but we have MTI, mother tongue influence. I have noticed it,
Hmm.
but I was quite shocked when I heard. I literally, because you have that environment where people are speaking with that, Uttarakhandi sound, and I'm thinking still she does not have that. And I'm quite shocked. How?
Hmm.
So, seriously, you don't have
Uh-huh.
MTI, mother tongue influence. At the same time, your pronunciation is just great. Because the people who are coming from
But
Uttarakhand and these places, they have
yes.
MTI and bad pronunciation. Yeah, say
Hmm.
you were saying something.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, when you said this, I can completely resonate with it because I'm surrounded by people who are speaking in their mother tongue all the time. I mean, in Gadwali, people speak around me, and they would even add up some English words too in their everyday life. Like they say, for table, they would say table, right? For comfortable, they would say comfortable, right? So these kind
Right.
of things. So
Mhm.
I sometimes unconsciously adapt those pronunciations.
Right.
I do that
Mhm.
unconsciously.
Yeah.
But then I have to, remind myself of speaking the right pronunciation. So
Mhm.
sometimes when I create vlogs as well, sometimes that slip of tongue happens and that wrong pronunciation sticks to my tongue.
Mhm.
But again, I have to go back and correct myself
Yeah.
because I have to consciously do this because I'm not in that kind of environment where people speak correct English
Mhm.
or even a little English for that matter. So you
Mhm.
have to do it, you have to do everything consciously actually
Mhm.
when you don't have that kind of environment.
Right. You are so right. When people ask from me about pronunciation, that how can I improve my pronunciation? So, what one tip I give them, and I am also following the same one, you have to be conscious to whom you are listening. Okay, so whoever the person is, if you're consuming his way or his or her way of speaking, and that person is literally mispronouncing a lot of words, for sure you are going to mirror. You are going to mirror because it's human tendency. If we both are going to talk to each other for maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, definitely you will catch something from me, and I'll catch something from me.
Hmm.
We will start sounding like each other. You will
Hmm.
sound like me, I'll sound like you, right?
True, true.
So this
Hmm.
is one thing. So I just suggest them this is the one thing you can do. Simply try to focus. Are you listening to someone
Hmm.
who's pronouncing a lot of you mispronouncing a lot of words? So stop consuming that. Another thing is I have noticed Uttarakhandi people, they have MTI of Sasha. Instead of
Hmm.
saying English, they say English. and
Right.
and this is you might have encountered some people from Uttarakhand. They do
Hmm.
a lot of sha sa problem.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
Same as
Right,
if you
right.
go for people from Bihar, instead of saying
Hmm.
vocabulary, they say vocabulary, vocabulary,
Hmm.
office.
Right.
All right. If you
Hmm.
go for
Right.
Punjab, you will say people say follow instead of follow, or they say
Ah,
God
right.
instead of God. Yeah,
Hmm.
so one more thing I want to say here. When it comes to mispronunciation, I believe no, we are not mispronouncing a lot of words. Maybe there are just one or two sounds you have to focus on. And once you fix
Hmm.
it, you will sound good.
Hmm.
Right? So,
But still, when these people pronounce all these words wrongly, I would say it sounds cute actually.
yeah,
And it depends. It depends on your area of work. If English is
right.
not required, then it's
Uh,
okay. You can pronounce it in your own way.
yes.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
But yes, if you are in a profession where English is important and you need to sound perfect or close to perfect, then you have to mend your pronunciations as well.
Right.
Otherwise, you're all good. You need not, otherwise, people would stop speaking if you would point out their pronunciation mistakes all the time. They would
Obviously.
stop speaking it, you know?
Right.
So that's why.
Hmm. You know what? I want people to focus on more rather than focusing on pronunciation, enunciation.
Hmm.
Enunciation. Right? Because pronunciation is all about saying words correctly, but enunciation is all about saying words clearly. Clearly, as you might have encountered, some people speak with closed lipsing. That, as you can see right now, if I speak like this, a lot of words you will not understand, right? So,
Hmm.
what I'm doing is I'm trying to, I'm trying to give a space to my vowels A, E, I,
Hmm.
O, U, because with vowels only you
Hmm.
have to open and stretch your mouth. And some people, the E, A, I, O, U, they speak with closed lipsing,
Uh-huh.
right? So it's
Right, right,
okay
right.
if you don't say word correctly. That's fine. People will understand. If you say
Hmm.
potato instead of potato, still people will make sense. But if enunciation is not clear, it means if you're not saying it clearly, then that can become problematic for people.
Right, right. And that's annoying too. When you're not able to understand
Yes.
what they are trying to put across, and
Yeah.
it's irritating, because they also become habitual to speaking that way. And no matter how many times you ask them to refine or to express again in any other way, they would again speak in the same manner,
Right.
that unclear manner, right?
You
So
might have
everything
encountered.
comes with practice.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. You might have encountered the people who speak really fast, too fast. Clarity is missing. Entirely clarity is missing in them. Right? Then we can say not
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation, but enunciation is missing there. And as you've already said, then we feel
Mm-hmm.
frustrated and irritated because we're not able to digest anything.
Mm-hmm. Right. So true. I think I also have to work upon my enunciation
But
when I
you
speak
sound
so fast.
okay, but you really sound clear. Your way of speaking is crystal clear. So this is the compliment I would give to your speech. Crystal clear. One more thing,
Thank you.
I'm not buttering and sugarcoating. Seriously, see, whatever is there, I'm just saying the truth, okay? One thing which again I have noticed in you, I'm literally fond of deep voice. And most of the time, what I do, whatever podcast I'm consuming, I try to find deep voice. And mostly, you're not going to find deep voice in girls, in women. It is in guys. Okay, so we have
Mhm.
our head voice, literally the way we just use at home, mama, like this proper, like head voice. Then we have our nasal voice. Might
Uh-huh.
have encountered this nasal voice in girls, right? Then we have our neck
Right.
voice, our chest voice, then we have our belly voice. And I was literally shocked in your case. I found that that proper your voice either coming from your chest voice or it is your neck voice, or I can even say it's your belly voice, because your voice is deep. It is actually very deep. And that's why I have
Mhm.
said that you are in that list of my, favorite speakers. Because I would love to allow this voice to enter in my ears where it is really soothing, soothing to my ears,
Mhm.
because it is deep, actually deep. Yeah.
Wow, I'm flattered.
So this is what I wanted to say, that
Uh-huh.
how have you been made your voice deep? I guess it is like this. It's natural.
Yes, it's natural.
Hmm.
But a little effort is also required when you speak. Like you have to be conscious while speaking, just that. But yes, voice is natural, but pronunciation, enunciation, intonation, you have to put a bit effort, right?
Extra, yeah. It is going to exert some energy out of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was quite
Right.
confused about it. Seriously, is she working upon these many things, but she doesn't have time? But today I got to know, no,
Right.
you're not working upon things separately.